Hi, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. Hi, Rossi. This is okay. 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 Right. This is okay. So I mentally scheduled a bit of an unboxing. Right. It's a birthday unboxing. So it's not happening today. So either I'm way too excited or I got to level up on something. Right. So it didn't reach me today, but it says no action is required. We will reach you tomorrow, is what it says. But I'm going to the post office in the morning, just because, Uh, anyway, happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody is wonderful. Oh, Ramon, hello. Denise, hello. Rossi, hello. Hi, guys. Hi. Oh boy. So, the universe does this to me. I think it's becoming quite comical to them because if I'm really excited about something and they know it, yeah, they make it hit a detour or two, right? I remember this one time I won this giveaway from Tarot Oracle. Some of you older people may remember him. We all just called him TO, you were part of the TO family. Like it was just a thing. When he was live, you were there, right? he, man, he was a hell of an entertainer with them cards, right? Anyway, regardless, he's a hell of an artist. He's a hell of a fighter. He's just a good dude all the way around. Anyway, with that being said, he put up a video recently on an unboxing, and it was a beautiful video. But he did a giveaway away. God, it's been a couple of years now, but it was a deck that had been on my unicorn list. Right, I love H.P. Lovecraft. I love heavier things, scarier things. Stephen King. One of my favorites, Poe. I love Poe. I've got probably 2 or 3 different Poe decks. I got a lot of decks you guys haven't even seen yet because I haven't been able to like unbox anything and put anything away because I don't have the spaces yet. So anyway, with that being said, I was supposed to get a birthday box today, but the universe says that Hershey's not ready yet. So it makes me even more excited for what's in it because I have no idea what's in it. You guys know I love getting boxes, but every time I've got to find a way to start humbling myself, I don't know. I'm always the kid that was shaking the presents, I couldn't hold back. So I'm sitting here. I've got all kinds of fidget things and well, hello, Saint. Hi. You want to say hi? Hi. I know you guys can't see him, but if you hear all that commotion right now, he's jumping up on stuff. Hi, Maruda. Hi, Mosaic. Chloe. Saint's falling. Hold on. Come here. Say hi. He's obviously a black cat and he's in love with all of my crystals and everything. And I've got all my crystals sitting down here, and of course my wand, right? So he's pawing at my wand, you guys. And once again, it looks gray on this camera. I don't know why. This thing is very green. I don't know why it doesn't look it. But anyway, that's what he's trying to get to over here. So anyway, this is Friday and it is the ending of our week. So we started it on Monday with Metatron's message of positivity, and there was always something to take with us, to carry with us along the way, whether it's an animal, whether it's a stone, a number, there's always something, right? So today we're going to start it off the exact same way. We're going to get ready to get those tiny little fixtures. Like I said, we're not replacing the entire chandelier. Not happening. We're only going to do a little few tweaks and fixtures, look at it from a different perspective. That doesn't mean that my way is the instant click or fix. It doesn't mean that it isn't going to work possibly and you find a way to take that and then even make that your own, right? Sometimes just a different way to look at it or a different way to understand it is sometimes all that's needed. Just those little tweaks, right? So, what we do on Fridays is you obviously say me, but then following that, there's one word, right? And it can be an emotion, it can be a situation, it could be something happening right now, it could be something that you have been dealing with, or your family have been dealing with, or it's something you're learning or trying to figure out how to break when you're trying to break cycles with your children or your grandchildren, or just understanding with your career or whatever the situation may be, right? Now, I don't genuinely do politics. This isn't about that, but it is sometimes a trigger for somebody, right? So it's not completely excluded, but if you want to make sure you get on that list, then you have to pick the word that is needed the most, and you get with Rossi for that. Rossi will let you know where you're at with that, right? If your stone that I grab is one that doesn't resonate with you, we do have an in-house kind of stone person, right? I think we're all experts in our own way and we all specialize in one little field or another. But when it comes to crystals, the way I work with them isn't always necessarily the way they're intended or the way they're meant, right? Even though sometimes when I go back to the basics, I find out that that was what I should have been doing in the first place. But when I'm following my intuition, I find that another way works as well, too. So if you have questions about any of the stones that you're read may be tied to, you can always get with Chloe or you can get with the beautiful Maruda. They both know their shit when it comes to crystals and where to maybe place them on the body, right? Because sometimes when we're doing that root work, and that's what we do here on this channel, whether we do it through laughter, whether we do it through games, we do it through scavenger hunts, however we are doing it, if it's just a simple conversation or it's just a couple of cards to see what a tweak can look like when you see it differently. Everything we do here is about shadow, right? It's about working with the traumas. It's not about staying there. It's about realizing what you brought out with you, because that was all you needed in the first place, because that was your hope that got you through. You just didn't know it till you got through, right? So that's the best part of being able to come to a platform where you can just talk. It doesn't matter, right? There's no right or wrong. It's just different perspectives. They say it takes a village, that it takes a community. Well, we can't just say it and not actually put action to it. So on this platform, that's what we do. We have moderators for any kind of situation. We have moderators here that come in that are active witches and warlocks and sorcerers that can help you if you have situations with magic, if you have questions about different parts, different types, a coven versus no coven, whatever it is, do not hesitate to bring it to the platform when we are live. That's what the moderators on this channel are here for. They're very specific. I will be adding a new wrench here real soon. So there is one coming up real quick. Like, it's not that we lost anybody, but I've been noticing one that's just really active and very attentive. And sometimes we just need that okay energy, that it's okay. Even if we fell on our ass. Even if we did it and then somebody stomped and the whole cake fell. We built this big, gorgeous, beautiful cake, and then somebody that didn't know what we were doing walked in and stomped a little too hard, and now the cake fell, right? Haven't we all been there, right? That's what it's about, right? So just know that there is always opportunities to grow here, right? And the more you show me the hidden gem within you, you're no longer hidden, and you get to be able to be heard a lot more. And when I go live, I use specific moderators for specific days because I know that I'm going to need them the most. And I lean on you guys. That's why I encourage you to be interactive, right? But the best part about a moderator on my channel is you get to play Whack-A-Troll. We don't give them a second chance around here, right? Take that ignorance on somewhere, because we don't play high school games, because ain't near one of us up in here in high school, right? So remember that there is always laughter along the way. I mean, come on. How much fun is it to come together and laugh about some traumatic ass shit and know that it's okay? Nobody's going to look at you weird or wonder why you're laughing in a situation you may not be able to control your emotions because of, right? It's not the whole day, it's just that moment in time, right? There's so many ways to look at it when you change your perspective just a little bit. So, for those of you that are here, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you want to be on that list, absolutely get with Rossi. If you need anything, if you need a link to me, it is May. My birthday is coming up. My birthday is the 27th. So, everything that has been coming in this month, I've been calling it birthday presents. So, whether it's for me or it's something that I'm preparing for the box that we are setting up. And there's more to come on that on my birthday. I'm doing a very special live, and it's at that moment we will be letting you guys drop your names for that second love box. It's going to be wonderful. So, anyway, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get started. I got to find my Rossi list, guys. Give me just a second. Hi, Care Bear. Hi, hi, hi. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I'm mad because of the universe right now. I'm upset. I was too excited to do the unboxing. You will not today. And then tomorrow we've got this special live, and it's like, holy crap! Like, it is what it is. All right, Denise, you are up, and your word is channeling. Ooh, Miles likes that one. Okay, okay, okay. I know, Chloe. Look, I love your little boxes. I'm telling you, they are amazing, right? And I cleanse everything I get. It doesn't matter where it comes from. But when you know that it's coming like blessed, and then by the time you're done cleansing it and then blessing it again, it's like it's been like triple blessed, right? Because you've got all this beautiful goddess energy that is just intentionally just touching all on that gorgeous, beautiful crystal. Let me tell you, I have like it's never out of my reach. I kid you not. It's never out of my reach. I haven't taken this stuff off since I got it. And that's definitely not too far out of my reach. So, guys, I'm telling you. So I digress and I will behave, but maybe the unboxing will be tomorrow. And a special live. But I don't know. I don't want to put too much on me. So, anyway, let's get to this. All right. So, we're going to do this just a little bit different today. So, we're going to let Mildred Payne talk a little bit, right? So, you guys know me. I've got all kinds of different decks, right? I've got all kinds of different energies, and I'm still playing with this, even though we are officially this today in a month in on Friday's fixtures, our first 30 days, guys. I'm kind of proud of us. Like, I think that we're doing good. I think when they reevaluate me, my team, I think they're gonna let us keep going with this. So we've got a good amount of people that are enjoying the feedback, and that's what it's all about. It's about meeting in the middle. And if I'm doing something that isn't bringing you guys here to want to interact, then I need to find something that is working with you, right? Because I just want to hang out for a little while, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to spend an hour or 90 minutes with somebody once or twice a week, right? Like, if you care about that person, like, you kind of want to schedule that time, right? So, but there is a lot of us that are growing, right? And with that being said, sometimes we just have to be patient. Sometimes we have to bounce around. Sometimes we have to jump around. Those are when the universe is showing us that you have to learn to bend, right? Sometimes, if we don't know how to control things, the universe will show us ways to bend instead of allowing the situation to break us. So I'm always constantly, and yeah, you guys hear Saint in the background. I'm always like, seems like every week I'm kind of figuring this out. And when I think it's a staple going on and it's going to make it through, it turns around that they up and change the rules on me again. So Today we are doing it a little different. We're going to let Mildred Payne talk a little bit, and we're also going to do the Twice Told Tarot. So, whoo, okay. Well, I mean, it is in reverse, and it hit the floor. So, okay. So that one hit the floor too. Okay, all right. We're off to a wonderful start here. Oh, we got two of them. Okay, all right. And then what is Mildred saying over here? And Miles, what? Oh no, I'm not. I didn't let it hit the floor, y'all. I'm not on that one. That one, I didn't let it hit the floor. Okay, all right. So Mildred is okay. All right. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, uh, the last thing I want to do is assume that I know what this means. So just like let me just see here, right? Because it's channeling, right? That was her keyword. That was it. That says number one, right? Yeah, that does say number one. Okay, number one. Marches. Okay, so that one's a call to action card, and then this other one here. What is this one? I don't even know how you say that. Is Merida here? Because y'all know I don't be knowing how to pronounce some of this shit. Well, I mean, and I don't be picking this shit, right? So, okay, so we're starting in a place when it comes to your channeling. Um, like I don't always understand like what they're saying, right? So the best thing that I can grasp from what they're speaking, because they're not actually even making it clear by making the English understandable, right? Because right now it just kind of sounds like a bunch of gibberish because they're telling me you need to take some aggressive action towards something, right? Now, why do you need to take something um literally so aggressive? I'm not sure, but you got the Three of Swords coming in reverse, right? So we got the worst card in the damn deck, but it's in reverse, right? So this is not your current energy. This is something that needs to happen, right? You need to put an end to something, right? This is not the universe breaking your heart, but you need to end something, right? Sometimes we be knowing it's a good time, but we also know there's a consequence on the other side of that, right? Whether it's how you're doing it or maybe what you're doing it with, right? Sometimes we're not channeling with the right tools, or sometimes we're not channeling with the right energy or the right entity. Sometimes we don't understand our own blueprint because we do not get out there and put ourselves into enough situations that we realize what is actually meant for us or what isn't. Sometimes we walk into something, we'll be like, I don't know how I knew how to do that. I just knew, right? That situation doesn't happen for everybody. Some of us have to get out there and we have to get curious about things. You have got axe, rat in reverse. So I feel like that rat with this energy of the reverse going on with the Three of Swords, this rat has a lot to do with it, right? Rats and mice is about a piece at a time, something or someone taking from you. That could be a clue as to what you need to cut out of your life physically, right? Because even though I can't pronounce this word, it's about a warrior coming in. And even though they have to decapitate somebody, they're doing it because it's just, it's right. Like, you cannot keep taking advantage of me. I will not keep being there for you. You're intentionally putting yourself in a bad situation, and I can't take it anymore. This is too much weight on me, right? And then you have the drummer that it's paired with, and the drummer is about marching to the beat of your own drum, right? It's upright, so this lets me know that this is you actually moving with the beat and the rhythm of your path, right? right? If it was in reverse paired with that, I would have said that you've already done this and you're doing it over and over and over. You're calling back bad energy. But because it's upright, you know you need to walk away from this situation. In this situation, you need to take with you your own devil. We all have an angel and a devil inside of us. Come on, we all grew up knowing that. That's not news to none of us. Some people hear it and they act like it's the worst thing ever, but it's the truth, and we all know it. We all know the choices we make, right? We may not make the right choice, but we all know the choices that we make, right? So, with that being said, you do have axe coming in here with rope and devil. So, this is a physical removal of this kind of energy, right? And it is going to be aggressively done. They're walking around with two heads because they are. Come on now, I'm not telling you to get out there and physically cut off somebody's head, but you can take an man, you can cut that energy off of you. You can do a cord cutting ceremony. There's a lot of things you can do. But when you want to channel and you are trying to reach your highest team, this needs to happen so that your team knows that they are coming first and not the influence of what it is that's holding you down or holding you back. So make sure that you cut that energy off first and then try channeling, and make sure that you're using opposite energies of your element, because sometimes it's the yin yang properties that bring that channeling in. And that's what I've got for you. Rose blue, parent. Oh, that hit the floor. That was quick. Okay. Hi, JR. Hi, Millie. Hi, everybody. Lindsay. Everybody coming in. Hello, hello, hello. She says, parents. You guys that are, here, thank you for being here. Remember, take everything that resonates. It doesn't matter if it's your read or not. Take it. But listen. If that shoe don't fit, don't lace up here and think you're gonna walk up out of here taking something that didn't resonate with you. Because look, my boundaries, my platform, it don't happen. I pull all my energy back when I leave. So make sure that you take everything that resonates with you. It doesn't matter who you are or if it is your read. Take it, because we all receive answers to questions maybe we don't even realize we've asked yet, just by hearing it being said. Ooh. All right. Oh, Lord. Hey. Okay. Okay, so octopus hit the ground, hit the floor. That's at your door. Antidote. Wish, girl, hat, storm, temple. Okay. Oh, that one didn't count. I threw that. I did that one. All right. Mildred had a lot to say on that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Holy crap. 7 of them. You ain't got nothing to say? Can I get an overall energy then? Okay. Alrighty then. We're just gonna rock with what we got here, right? So, wow. Octopus, right? What do we know about octopus? I mean, common sense, when you think about octopus, you think about an animal that it is adaptable. They can, almost live in any amount of water. They can survive all kinds of amazing shit. They can get into some pretty amazing spots because they're pretty flexible, right? Can't they even grow back like tentacles and stuff like that? I know several of them can, but anyway, they're also quite intelligent, right? So with that one hitting the floor, and right now I don't have my Mildred book out because, like I said, I still have a gang of shit packed up. And I didn't get octopus a lot, but I just remember it was about being flexible, right? Being able to maneuver in tight situations, being able to be intelligent, be witty, right? And then that's paired with antidote and wish, right? So when you think about those two cards and then the overall energy of all of this out of the Zammerman twins is the temple, and the temple is about being in a place that is safe, right? So when I think about that, I'm thinking, well, is this situation where like maybe one of the parents maybe needs some kind of skilled or more care than what can be given at home, right? My mom was pretty sick at the end, and couldn't give her what she needed. Like literally, it broke our heart to have to put her in a nursing home, but we were there every moment of every day. They got so sick of looking at it. But there's always situations that force our hand in life, right? So even if it's not that extreme, maybe it's just you know, your parents are and you aren't seeing something eye to eye. I could see that being flexible could be the antidote or the actual answer to the wish if you've been trying to like get on the same page with your parents, or maybe just figure out a way to not necessarily get over something, but find a comfortable common ground to agree to disagree in a situation, right? I mean, you're a grown adult. They're obviously very grown, right? Because I get the magic hat and I get girl and storm. I'm thinking, well, these three paired together, you could be the child in the situation, or again, this could be going to maybe the mother is needing to be in a safe place, right? So the temple, being that it's upright, is about paying respect and being able to be present and support the physical body, right? So it's not necessarily always going to represent um even though the word is temple, it doesn't go as far as saying that this is strictly about a place of religion or about faith. That it says that this is a place to get conditioning mentally and physically. So this could be a place where there's some kind of skill involved to helping with some of the care that older parents need, right? So, and I see storm and hat. Sometimes the magic hat, sometimes I think thinking cap, and you have to make decisions, right? So maybe with it being paired with you, maybe you have to make this kind of decision even if there is a storm involved, right? You need to make sure that you make the best decision for the parent in that kind of incident. If it's not, and it's just maybe about seeing eye to eye with your parents, or just finding a way to come back together, I would strongly recommend that, you know, maybe just take a bunch of flowers and let them know that their little girl is grown and she's gonna fall down. She's gonna want her parents to remember that, that same little girl that needed to learn how to ride a bicycle needs to sometimes live a little bit. So I don't know. I do think that there is a way for you to figure it out. It just has to be specific, but it does have to be very clear. Both ways are very clear. The hat has to be very precise and direct. The storm cleanses. It's just not there to shake things up. It's there to cleanse something, right? And then the girl, like I said, could represent you in both situations, or it could represent your mother in the situation where there's going to need to be some bending, and an antidote would be finding a safer place if you can't do 24-hour care yourself. And that's what I got on that. And I have no idea if that resonates or not, but that's what I got. And Twice Told Tarot did not even jump. So okie dokie. All right, so let me unpen this one because that one is complete. And then just give me a second here, guys, and let me find an updated list if there is one. Dun, 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 dun. I know there's got to be an updated list somewhere. I hate that I miss all the conversation, guys. Ah, ow, ow. Is that Saint? I knew it was you, Saint. I knew it was. I could tell by your bell. Hold on, guys. I'm looking for an updated list once again. Ow. The chat is jumping. Jane. Oh, updated list. Okay. Updated list. Joe G. Joe G. And this is energy. Oh, I like that word. Energy. Energy, energy, energy. Oh, what Chloe say? Y'all, I be missing the chat. I be missing all the conversation, boy, I tell you. Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Goodness gracious. Everybody's long-winded today. Okay, well. Okay, wait. So what? Saint, leave my feet alone, little boy. Leave that alone, too. What you going back there for? I ain't gonna be able to see you back there. No, sir. That ain't happening. No, it's not. Did you not hear what I just said? Come here. Come here. Little boy. See, you doing too much. Don't be attacking me. Don't be trying to climb my legs. Okay, you ain't got nothing to say. Okay. Alright. Let's see if the Zimmerman's got something to say. Okay, you ain't got nothing to say either. Okay. Well, so we're just gonna go the old-fashioned way with this. Give me 1 second here. Yeah. But that one is going that direction. So okie doke. All right. So I think I understand what they're saying here, right? So so sometimes in energy we need like these pushes, right? Sometimes we need guides. Sometimes we just need somebody to tell us to get up off our ass, right? Sometimes we just need somebody to just sit there and give, that teacher stare, that stank eye, to let them know, hey, ow, Saint, that's mean, Saint, that's mean. Now that's just mean. Now, you have to, wee, ow, whoo. Meanie? I think he was going for blood, y'all. Like, what's that? Like the arteries? Yeah, I think he was going for blood. Was you going for blood? Was you going for blood?
Reinforcements.
Please, he's tearing shit up. He's tearing up my new microphones. He's biting the hell out of me.
Here.
OMG. Here. Thank you. So here's what I'm picking up on, right? There's this final push that needs to come, right? You got this 9 of Wands energy, right? So they gave me 5 cards, but they want it to look like a this or that, right? So the overall energy of all of it is a final push, but ultimately the decision has to come from you, right? Right, wrong, or indifferent, you have to be the one to make the choice. So I'm telling you right now, get your blank piece of paper out right now and get your pencil, your charcoal, your marker, your crayon, your ash from your cigarette, whatever. I mean, I'm not gonna tell you to draw blood, but hey, whatever. I'm just whatever's clever, right? You gonna have to sit there, even if you just draw a damn circle. Do not leave that page blank. Some good other information I've been told here the last couple of days is it doesn't matter, even if you just write out a sentence that says, I hate writing over and over. I hate writing. I hate writing. I hate writing. I don't want to write this. I don't want to write this. I don't want to write this. You have to be the one making the choice, right? So this from the Twice Told Tarot, this is telling you this 9 of Wand energy is focusing on that final push, right? If you do not do something, you are going to lose this opportunity, right? So your opportunities are basically kind of simple, right? So you have that forward motion going, right? It's like you think you have a plan made up with this 2 coming in, but you got this Knight coming in of Swords in reverse paired with this, right? So this is your this situation, this plan that you think you got, this 2 of Wands, right? It's about growing and glowing and all of that and climbing the ladder, so to speak, because your goal is to meet someone eye to eye, but they're not ready yet, right? I know it sounds crazy, but they're not ready yet. Not only are they not ready, they are at a point where they are at the energy that is very immature, right? That immature energy that just isn't ready to not just commit, they're just not ready for any of it, right? They would rather literally not be confrontational, not be logic, almost be in an immature kind of energy, right? So that is your this situation with your final call kind of call out situation. But if you go with the that situation, you're coming in a whole lot differently, right? Because you're starting with a very young minded thought process, right? Kind of the one that doesn't have expectations. You're coming in with that Page of Pentacles, right? So when you think about that Page of Pentacles, this is that seed that you're wanting to plant, that very immature, but not immature due to horseplay or just childlike. Only because you're green in something. You're trying a whole nother route, a whole nother flavor. You're going in a whole nother direction. You're still on your path, you're just doing it a different way, but this way is very immature. It's very unnourished. It's very unwatered. It's unfertilized. It's untamed. It needs to be shaped and molded and all of that, right? And they paired this energy with the Four of Pentacles, right? So this double pentacle energy is absolutely something that you can grow with, right? Because although this is Page and it's very young and it's very youthful, it's also something that shows with this kind of energy that it isn't about the miser part of Four of Pentacles. It's more about being able to know I've saved for a rainy day. I don't know what that rainy day is, and I don't know when that rainy day will come, but at least I know I have something, even if it's just $100. It doesn't matter the amount of it. What matters is that you set that goal and you're able to keep it because it's paired with this kind of energy, even if it is not materialistic at all. I know that some people go to the Pentacles as that, but when you think about Pentacles, it has to involve all of it, right? Your career, your home, your life, it has to be all about it, right? So there's so much more to the energy of what's being said with the that part of it. But either way, it is your final call. So make sure that you make a choice. There's not really a wrong choice here, but there is one that does look like it's a little bit more painful, but there is a choice that has to be made. And that's what I've got for you. Good deal. Good deal. You're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Hooey. Lindsay, family. Family, huh? Oh, okay. Well, it hit the floor, and y'all know what that means. If it hits the floor, it's at your door. Okay, all right. Well, it happens. So here we go. All right. So, well, I mean, I don't think it gets any better, though. Holy shit. Family, right? I mean, I'm gonna ask Mildred because obviously we invited her to this party tonight, and I'm gonna ask her, but I don't know if she's gonna be able to top this. Like, like honestly, for real, for real, for real, for real. Some people have an amazing dynamic. That dynamic is everything, right? That ethics of the family, the foundation, the morals, the values, what that family as a whole stands for. Whether Tom, Dick, and Harry get along or have fights on Friday nights or forget that they're siblings sometimes, when it's time to come together, everybody comes together, right? When there's time of heartache, the family comes together, right? When there's time of misunderstanding or injustice or misjustice, family pulls together, right? It's not always easy, but when I see these three cards, even in the bad times, there's still some form of a foundation there that a lot of families don't have. The three cards that hit the floor is King of Cups, the Star, and Sun. Like I said, I'm see what Mildred has to say, but oh my god, like I'm a little bit jealous, right? Like for real, I'm a little jealous of that. Why am I jealous of that? I'm jealous of that because you know not everybody is able, right? Not everybody is able. When a family chooses to stay a family, no matter if the placement or the roles change, they still chose each other, right? Being chosen is a powerful damn feeling. And of course, something hit the floor. Wow. Well, see, I shouldn't have thought Mildred couldn't top it, but there's a time when we understand things, and sometimes when it comes to family, we have to remember those moments, right? When no one else was there, when no one was helping you but your family, right? So Mildred says heart. Mildred says antidote. And she says crystal ball, right? So when you think about our heart of hearts, this thing isn't just pumping, it's spilling over. You see the blood that is spilling over? There is so much love. There is so much passion. There is so much understanding. And there is always an antidote when it comes to love. Your heart can always find a way. You can always see through the situation. Like I said, the bad time doesn't last always. It doesn't even last usually the whole day. It's just a moment in time within that 24 hours, right? We repeat the same 24 hours over and over and over again. We choose to call them a different day, but hell, we're doing the exact same thing over and over and over again. So there's that. But when it comes to family, honoring and cherishing the fact that you have one is literally sometimes the easiest part. It's just remembering to make it simple, remembering who they are and that they're human. We're all going to make mistakes. That's what I got for you. Chloe. Money flow. Ooh, money flow. Money flow, huh? Miles, are you touching that? I didn't think so. Let me see here. What do we got? Come on, twice told. Come on. Somebody. Oh, okay. And of course I hit the floor, so every time. They got a lot of energy today. So let's see what Mildred has to say. Oh, no. No, no, no. No. Holy shit. I ain't, why I'm gonna, what am I go, what for? Uh-uh. Hmm. Whole bunches of them fall. Okay, so the one and only one that hit the floor, and of course that's kind of wonderful, is the Chariot, right? So when you think about the Chariot, for a lot of times and a lot of readers, there's a lot of different cues that they take from the Chariot, right? So for me, what I can tell you about this Chariot is that your head and your heart is not going in the same direction about something, right? We got one kitty cat going one direction, and you got another one not even looking in the same direction. They got their back to the whole thing. They can't even see where they going. They looking backwards. They don't even care what's ahead of them, right? So I don't know if the heart or the head is looking backwards or looking at something that they're missing, they're wanting something. I don't know, right? What I can tell you is that when they're going in two different directions, although your chariot is still moving forward, it is not going at speed that it should be and is capable of, right? So keep that in mind when our head and our heart is not going in the same direction, although we still may be moving forward, we're not going at the pace and the speed that our rhythm moves. We all have our own rhythm, our own pace, no matter what we are, what we're doing. We have that rhythm, we have that pace, right? So that is the state of mind and frame that you have to understand when the chariot is showing you that it is torn between something. It's still going to go forward. It's just not going at the pace it could be going. So make sure that you are not undecided about something and that you are in sync with your head and your heart, right? The other thing coming in is okay, so you got iceberg, cat, house, time, and hag are both in reverse. Key and boy, stick, moth, and door, right? So literally you got 10 cards here and they're like holding, like we're over here playing what is it, like go fish or whatever, right? So here's what I can tell you. So in one hand, you have the keys and the opportunity to help someone, right? There is a male energy. This literally does represent a boy, right? Like a physical boy, or it could be a young adult, or um, it's a little boy. Okay. Stick, moth, and door. What I see here is somehow I think you are going to help guide this little boy, right? So when you think about money flow, you have to open the doors to possibilities, right? Sometimes there are some beautiful imagination and great ideas that come from just listening to the imagination of a child, right? Maybe there's a book you're gonna write. Maybe you're gonna write a children's book or something. Maybe you're gonna teach children. There's a lot of children that are very curious to stones and rocks and archaeology and stuff like that, right? Maybe that's in your field, right? But knowing that you got key, stick, moth, and door, Key and door together tells me that you're not only going to find the door, you have the master key to get into it, right? Well, my skeleton key is right over there by my TV, right? When I get up, I put it over there. When I go to bed, I take it to bed with me, right? Because I don't know what's going to happen in my sleep. It was a little trick I learned from Jane the Seeker, one of our very own gems here in the channel. She is an amazing person. Sub up to her. She can, well, I mean, she can almost do it all. But when it comes to angel work, that's your girl. So, but anyway, with that being said, there is something, right? Stick and moth are both about understanding that this could be a disruption tool, it could be a wand, it could be something that helps you, like a walking staff, or the stick could just be something that you hear somebody breaking the twig behind you, right? It could be that warning that you need. So make sure that you understand that it could be a little boy with a stick, it could be that simple, right? There is an opportunity for you to help someone realize that it is their wings that are going to carry them along the way. So it's you having the master key. So make sure that you understand that when it comes to wanting to bring it in, you have to be open to all possibilities, even if it is going a different direction. Like, I would never think I would write a children's book, but hey, I don't know what's going to happen down the road. Right now, I just want to do adult things, but you never know, right? We all grow a whole lot. The other five cards with Hag and Time in reverse, this is telling me that you have plenty of time, right? Hag is about that crone energy. It is not a negative thing. It is that letting in, with it being in reverse, this tells me that it's just not your time yet, right? I'm 49 in a few weeks, but what I can tell you is that I've got grandkids and everything. I guess I do have that crone energy. I haven't had my cycle in over a decade, longer than that, 2 decades, right? And time in reverse tells me, paired with this right here, that it's not time yet, right? There is something great that is coming to you, and that includes you understanding that you're going to reach places and go and do things that other people aren't going to be able to do, even if it's just buying your dream home, or understanding that maybe it starts at home and with your familiar, but maybe it's also a sample of what you're going to come when you think about the iceberg. What the iceberg does, it becomes something, it floats and goes for millions and millions of years. So if you take all of this together and realize that it's because it ends with iceberg, it starts with you knowing it's not your time yet. You still have a very long way to go on that energy. So keep working in home and on your life, turning your house into a home and recognizing your familiar, and your familiar could possibly lead you to this. So there's a lot of different ways that you could look at money, but right now it looks like you pretty much okay where you're at. Just be patient and maybe simplify a few things. And when it is right, when you have fully trusted the process, it is going to open up for you, and you are going to have what you need. You just need to be patient. I know trusting the process is hard as hell for some of us, because I am impatient as hell. But I can tell you that I feel good about these cards. It tells me that some of us just, it's not time yet. We think we're ready. We be thinking we're there, but part of you isn't ready yet. But you're getting there, and you are going to be this gorgeous, beautiful iceberg real soon. And I can't wait to see what you come up with. I love that. I don't love that it's crowded up in here. Oh my god. It's crowded. Okay. Whoo. Money flow. Yeah, just make a few things simple. Make it simpler. There's something you can simplify to make it a little easier right now, but there is something in abundance coming down the road for you, and I can't wait to see what it is. I am burning up, guys. Junior, JR. Anybody that donates or goes on my wish list or goes and makes a birthday donation, friends and family, please, I thank you in advance. Let me see, I can check my phone while I'm waiting to see if JR is here. See if anybody has sent anything. Nope. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. All right. Okay. He is here. Alrighty. All right. Guilt. JR says guilt. Guilt. Hey, guilt, guilt, guilt. What is a fixture for guilt? Mm-hmm. Hmm. Hmm. Guilt, huh? So I got Justice in reverse and I got Six of Cups in reverse, right? So when I get them two, first thing that comes to mind is I'm wondering if it's not even your guilt, right? Is it something that maybe happened to you as a child and you're still carrying that burden, that receipt, so to speak. And it's not even your receipt to carry, right? It's somebody else's burden. It's someone else's cross to carry. It's not even yours, right? At least that's what it feels like when I see Justice in reverse and Six of Cups in reverse. The Six of Cups in the upright position is that nostalgia card, right? Where we think about those happy moments. We don't get caught up in them, but when it's in the upright position, that tells me that you're in a healthy place about it. But when it's in the reverse position, that means that it's still wearing on you. It still hurts. It still carries weight. It's still renting a bunch of freaking damn space in my head, and I don't know how to get rid of it, and I am tired of it, right? So that hurts, right? And not to mention it's wrong and it's rude and, well, damn it, I didn't do it to myself, and I don't understand why they don't feel the same way I do, right? That's why I see the Justice in reverse, right? So with this Six of Cups and this Justice in reverse, and although Justice is the leader of the pack here in reverse, this like when I told on the bad guys in my life, nobody listened to me. Nobody believed me. They told me I was lying. They told me I was making the shit up. I created it. It was all in my head. Blah 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 blah. Mm-mm. No, there's more details that I could give at an age that I should know nothing about none of that. No way, no shape, no how. I know what happened to me, and I know who did it, and I know they got away with it. But then I learned in life that karma and justice come in so many ways, right? So Millie is already jumping, and what I can tell you is that the best way to realize is get mad. Get mad and then give it back, right? When you give it back, you give it back and you don't ever let them give it back to you because it was not your damn fault to begin with. They know it's their burden. They know it. They know it. They know it. You ain't got to take and be no snitch or go tell or do none of that unless that's what you feel like you're moved to do. Maybe you can get some kind of justification for it. Maybe there's no statute of limitations on it, right? But what I can say is, holy crap, she's jumping everywhere, is I'm going to need you to get an afflame. Do you have an afflame? Do you know what I mean by an afflame? An afflame is a spiritual tool, a knife. It is used in ceremonies and rituals for good things, right? We're not actually drawing blood, but we're going to run it up and down our skin, our arm, our head, our mind, our feet, our roots. We're going to pretend cut our shadow off, right? We're literally going to set that part of you free. We're not actually cutting your shadow off. You're cutting that out of your root system. You're going to take that afflame and you're going to literally remove it, scrape it, and take some force and tell it it's not mine. You can't live here. You can't stay here. There is a chance and an opportunity for you to return it, right? So you're literally going to return it to sender. Why do I say that? Because I get the athlame, right? You're going to return to sender. You get snake and stump in reverse. You're going to be returning it. You're going to be giving it its own justice. You are going to tell it that you are the victim. Return to victimizer. Go back to the person that it came from. You're no longer allowed to live in my head, my heart, my body, my roots. You cannot bother me from this moment on, no matter what. When all of that is done, I'm going to need you to break something, do a primal scream, do that ugly cry. You're going to have to let it go and then literally let it go. You're not going to use your sacred scarf for all of them beautiful tears because they burn, they hurt like hell, right? You're going to want to use some Kleenex so that you can flush it. You're going to want to get rid of it. Blow it out your nose, get it all out your eyes, let all of that ugly out because it's not your weight, nor is it your burden to carry. So you're literally going to do a whole bunch of fun magic and you're going to return it to the snake it was meant to. And then this upside down stump tells me that it's going to be able to go back to its place in origin of owner, and it's going to be able to do what it needs to do because you're not returning it with malice or or bad intentions, right? We're not stooping to their level. We ain't playing tit for tat. We're just returning the damn dodgeball. And if it happens to hit them in the face, well, hello, humbling reality check. But, oops. It happens, right? We have to call our own power back, and that's what you are doing. When you call your power back, that gives you a chance to turn and right this justice. Remove the obstacle at hand and plant something else, right? That's not just a flower. I mean, it's literally not just a flower. That's a red rose, right? One single solitary red rose means I love you. And then it might even be in the nightshade family because you've got Mother Moon energy coming in to bless you after you do the removal, right? So if you do not have an athlame, you can appoint a butter knife. You can appoint something that has a bit of an edge. It doesn't have to be sharp, and an athlame isn't technically like sharp because you're just using it for energy, right? Make that a ceremonial butter knife and cut that energy off of you. Get it out of your head, write it down, color it, paint it, however you need to get it out, and then burn it, tear it up, mail it, uh break it, do whatever you need to do, but get it out. But then once it's out, kick it out. Don't allow it to rent space anymore. I know it sounds easy, but it really kind of is. If you truly are done with it, then be done with it. Allow it to be the trash that it is and let the trash take itself out. And that's what I've got for you. Jane. Travel. And then after Jane, I have Rossi. Let me see if there's an updated list. Hi, everybody coming in. Okay. JR, Jane, Rossi. Okay, let me unpin this one. We've got a final list up. Pin this one. Finalist. All right, so this is Jane. Travel. Have train will travel. Travel. Okay, travel. Yeah. Thank everybody for being here. Thank you. Flowing. How are you feeling, my beautiful queen? Ooh, if anybody makes any birthday donations, I appreciate you. I thank you so much. I thank you. All right. Do you have anything for Jane on traveling? Hey. Act right. I say Jane and you get to acting crazy still. I don't know. I don't think they're in here. No, ain't got none to say, huh? Okay. All right, let's go to the Zammerman twins, see if they've got anything to say. Oh, okay. 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 Anyone else flip over? All right. Let's see. Does Mildred have anything to say? Maybe you're asking wrong. Why do you think that? I don't really catch comments very much, but I did just see Flower. Did you just get here? Like, if I missed you in the beginning, I apologize, but I would say check with Rossi. Rossi has been here, and I don't believe she's missed anybody yet. So I don't know. Get with Rossi. She's the only one that can help you, love. I can't help you. None of the other moderators can. Rossi's your girl. So traveling, is this like like traveling home? Okay. Jane, because you usually don't question my question. I was thinking traveling home. Okay. Well, first and foremost, the very first one that comes out is Sophia, right? So when you think about Sophia and the mother goddess that she kind of is and what she represents, this kind of goddess is like wonderful, right? She sits up there in her gorgeous spot of peace or heaven, Valhalla, whatever you want to call it, and she's very she's very fertile with ideas and gifts and blessings and ways to wrap things up in a safe place and a womb kind of feeling, right? That very mother protection. And they paired it with Layla, and Layla is in reverse. So this tells me that it's not about, if she was upright, it would be about you maybe being in a manipulative energy, but it's not. It's in reverse. So what that tells me is that there was an opportunity for you to maybe be disciple or despite or just maybe not completely forthcoming, right? And that doesn't seem like your character or your MO at all. But when it comes to traveling, sometimes we have to pay attention, right? But the first two cards is Sophia And Layla in reverse tells me that you chose the high road instead of playing tit for tat with someone, or choosing to take someone to old school dodgeball kind of situation. When we decide our battles and we pick the ones that we choose to represent, we tend to find the warrior within us is much stronger, right? You may have even known that your disruption tool is a bell, right? We can shake a little bell at a lot of shit and run a lot of energy off. So you do have bell coming in with boot, right? Boots are made for walking. That's what we do, right? We wear them boots when we are not trying to be bothered by shit. We put our boots on when the shit gets a little thick so that we don't get shit in our clothes, right? Let me put my boots on. It's getting a little thick up in here. You ain't about to get me caught up and stuck, right? And it is paired with the overall energy of the wheel. So this is something that you do effortlessly. So continue to not worry about traveling. Know that you are protected by some kind of power. And I mean, she's standing on the moon, right? I mean, come on, Saphira or Sophia. She's standing on the moon. Not only is she protecting you, she's standing on the moon to let you know that you're guided and protected in every single way as you go. And she knows that you will always make the right choice, and you won't intentionally set up a web to catch those that aren't so observant of your invisibleness web. That's what I got for you, babe. All right, Rossi, movement. Movement, movement, movement. 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 Well, I mean, it could be a metaphor. Oh, that's too. That's half the deck. No. Don't get to acting funny with me because I said I wasn't taking half the deck. Okay. All right. Twice told tarot. What do you have to say? Oh, what is it? What is it? You're welcome, Jane. I know, Joe. I'm so excited. I would have had a birthday box today from our beautiful Gem, but I was a little too excited, or I need to step my game up because I didn't get it. So I got to go to the post office in the morning and see what's going on. Okay, all right, 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 all right. Movement. Nope. No. 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 Well, I mean, let me think here. Let just be movement. And the other one. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Okay. All right. So here's what I don't like, right? I don't like when sometimes we be seeing red flags, and we know we see the red flags, right? Whether it is a huge stop sign. You know that part in Bruce Almighty when he says, "Just give me a sign," and there's like a million signs. Road closed, do not go, bridge out, no siding, like bridge gone, like don't go. And well, right? If you know, you know. I'm not saying not saying that you're going to meet Morgan Freeman. What I'm saying is that you're literally on your way, or you're in or approaching a tower moment, right? And that is literally because it's paired with the Six of Swords energy, right? There is a part of you that is not really wanting to retreat from the energy, right? Tea leaf cards? No, the tea leaf oracle I would love to have. It's on my wish list, but I don't have that. I'm using the Zammerman twins, Mildred Payne, and the Twice Told Tarot. Um, the Six of Swords in reverse tells me that in the upright position you would have seen it and you would have retreated and you would have not made yourself do it. But with it being in reverse, what I think is that you still, like, sometimes life makes us have to take and choose a bad thing, right? But as long as we know which devil we want to choose from, we want to choose the devil that's going to do the less damage, right? So sometimes when choosing between two devils, we have to choose. We have to make that choice, right? So I think that even if it was that situation where you had to pick between two devils and you just flat out didn't choose because you don't like either one of them, or you didn't want to do anything, and because you didn't make the choice, you let either someone else make it for you, or you literally just left it blank and you missed an opportunity for something. Now, what it is, I don't know, but the opportunity is going to come back around because you get in the tower. I'm not going to sit here and skip you into a tower. A tower, in my opinion, for me, and as the intuitive reader here, what it's telling me is that the universe itself is making this tower moment happen. We missed all of the red flags, right? We chose not to look at them when we think about what came before the tower. Yeah, okay. See, I know that sucks, right? It is part of your choice. You've got monkfish here, right? Monkfish is number 17, and number 17 tells us that it is about protection and hope. You have this always and forever. This is your overall energy in it. But instead, you took buffoon energy, right? Buffoon energy is literally the one that's lifting the curtain. Yeah, that's the energy you're taking. You're lifting the curtain. You're not actually doing the role that you're meant to, and that's lead actor or actress. When we're meant for the lead and we don't want to do it, we just want to lift the curtain. We are missing opportunities that the universe created just for us. We're letting fear get in the way. We're letting every distraction in the world stop us from reaching, whether we don't want the success or we don't want the fear or the stardom or the attention, or we don't want to forget where we came from. We want to remember our roots and our values. No one can take that from you but you. But the universe is throwing you into this tower moment because out of all of the opportunities you had prior to the tower, you didn't take them. So now the red flags that were ignored must have a consequence. And I know that life sucks when there's a consequence. We all have to pay them. I'm paying one right now, even though it doesn't look like it. Y'all don't understand. I was so excited about a birthday box, and guess who did not get her birthday box today? So I have to wait. There's something in patience that is for me here, right? It sucks, but I'm in a little mini tower moment all by myself. But I'm not all by myself, right? So remember that this tower moment is about a learning opportunity for you to put that into perspective. You must learn when to get away. You must learn when to turn the cheek, but you also, most importantly, have to remember that when choices need to be made, even when you choosing two devils, learn as much as you can about both of them because you will be choosing or working or learning. So life is what we make it. It's not always easy choices. But this time, once the tower moment is over, like I said, you get the monkfish, and this is about hope and protection, prosperity, and the ability to have the power of a monk and the ability to re-community yourself and be very much the one in control this time. And that's what I've got for you, babe. You have a much bigger role to play. Dream. Penetrate. Penetrate. Oh, you're welcome, Rossi. You know I love you, girl. I love you, my Rossi. Oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna need penetrate, right? Okay. All right. Oh, okay. You got a whole lot to say. You got a whole lot to say all of a sudden. Okay, see, some clarity came. Okay, and every damn one of these hit the floor, and it's half the damn book. No, I'm just kidding you. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's not. It's half the damn book. Look at all this shit. Look at this shit that hit the floor. Ooh, Well, first one out the door. We before we climb down this rabbit hole was hope, baby. So remember that overall, all of this, when you think about penetration, when you think about those solar plexus, your chakras, those root investments that you're making within yourself, one grain of sand will turn into two. Two will turn into four. Four will turn into eight. Eight will turn into 16. 16 will turn into 32. Do you see how this goes? And it goes 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 and it goes. It metastasizes. It doesn't just multiply, it metastasizes. So as we go down the rabbit hole here, and that's a whole bunch of it, remember all of it is set with the intention of one grain of sand. You have the star card, you have the hope card throughout it all, right? So the first thing we are going with is the fire energy, right? So when you think about the fire energy, not only is that a part of knowledge, there's inspiration involved, right? So we are starting off with a promise from the universe. Now, if we're getting a promise at the very beginning of this well, I can only imagine that this rabbit hole, this well, this dragon tail, this spiral that we're about to go on is going to be absolutely freaking fucking phenomenal, right? And when everybody's middle name is motherfucking, every day is a good day, right? Because Jane motherfucking Doe is just going to have a good goddamn day, right? So think about it that way, right? We are starting off with a strong promise, and it is a fulfilled promise, right? You just have to show up for yourself. You have to just show up for yourself. That is enough to be able to penetrate through some of those walls. We say it out of our mouth, but we can make our mouth say anything. If we don't have any fire, if we don't have any action or any follow through, then we're not actually reaching our deepest part of us, right? But we are starting off with a grain of sand, and we're also starting off with a promise from the universe in knowledge that you will grow, you will have inspiration, it will be something that you will learn to grow in, right? So you have 10 of pentacle, 10 of four wheel of fortune. Hold on, I don't know what just hold on, go away. I'm gonna need you to go away. Pop-ups. Anyway, all right. So you've got Wheel of Fortune coming in here, right? This is my card, right? I'm a 10-1. So I'm a 10 first, which is the Wheel of Fortune, which means that everything that happens in my world, I'm the one. I'm the hamster on the wheel, making my wheel go all the way around. I'm enjoying the highs, the mids, the lows, even the lows. Yes, I promise there's a grain of sand in there somewhere. I promise. but you have to be the one that is in control of your own wheel. You got 10 of Pentacles and Knight of Cups following it. So this kind of energy tells me that first and foremost, remember that when it comes to the cups situation, this is about every emotion, and not every prince is meant to be a king, right? Even though this prince is in the upright position, this is very young energy, and it's paired with 10 of Pentacles. So this is very youthful, young energy. It's prince material, but hasn't shown the king material because they're being very over greedy, right? That 10 of Pentacles paired with this tells me that you have more than enough to be sharing, and maybe you're not sharing enough, or maybe you're learning to share your abundance, right? So just remember that just because you're bringing it in, because you have that ability to bring it in, make sure that you are giving out what isn't needed by you. Keep what you need. That's what it's meant to happen there, but you have to remember to pay the excess forward, right? Because if you don't, then it turns into a whole bunch of different energy, or maybe it's food and it goes stale, or it goes bad, or it rots when someone else could have ate it. Someone else could have bared that fruit, right? So don't be stingy, don't be greedy. Remember that that prince mentality comes within maturity. Don't get caught up in it. Just remember to keep paying things forward. You have 6 of Pentacles coming in that is blocking the 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands in reverse, and you have the ending with the 2 of Wands upright, right? So there is more motion, more climbing to be done, more ways for you to reach those levels, those higher levels of you, right? But remember that just because you got this 6 of Pentacle energy coming in to start it off, the 6 of Pentacles is about understanding the risk and the clarity that you did a good thing, right? When you overcame this 5, that's why it's blocking this, right? This 6 is blocking this 5 and the 7 of Wands, right? There's no tug of war going on. There's no caught up in the moment, caught up in the head, trapped, stuck, not moving, stale kind of energy, right? It's all being blocked by this kind of energy, right? This energy of feeling good about yourself. That is the best part of the 6 of Pentacles. And that 7 that you know you're going to come into, that patience that you're going to learn to accept, is going to be the best part of it, because it's all part of learning to grow in this ladder. So blocking all of that pull and give and pull and take from yourself is wonderful. So keep doing it. But remember that in order for you to penetrate, you've got to start at them roots. The sun and the light can only do the top that is exposed. The part that's unexposed, the parts of you that you don't show the world, your root system has to be done by you. So make sure that you start there, because the light can handle that lighter stuff, but that heavy, heavy stuff that needs to be reached the hardest and the weeds pulled out of can only be reached by you. You're the only one that can do that work. And that's what I've got for you. Ooh, y'all, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Oh my God, y'all, I am so happy y'all hung out with me, because you could have been anywhere and you chose to be here, and that means the world to me. I appreciate you so much. We're getting closer and closer and closer to my birthday. So if you made a donation, or if you went on my wish list and you grabbed something, I thank you from the bitty bit of my little Grinch heart. And if you know the story to the Grinch, you know my heart grows 3 sizes every day. So I love you guys. I'm looking forward to some unboxings. Tomorrow we have a very special live. It will be in the morning, guys. So let's talk about it for a minute, right? So we are in Florida and there's a lot of humidity. And even though I am surrounded by water, it's still hot. Tomorrow it is supposed to be like 80-90% humidity. So we will be going out in the morning. I'm sorry if that is an inconvenience, but we're thinking somewhere between 9 and 11. So somewhere between that area where the humidity is going to be doable for my skin and my lupus, and also for Michelle, because she's uncomfortable and don't like the heat, and neither do I. So I love the heat. Don't get me wrong. My skin don't like it, right? So we will be going out in the morning. We are going to a cemetery here in Pensacola. It is historical. It has founders that started this little piece of land. There are going to be soldiers there. There is going to be a guy named Ebenezer. For those of you that follow our Spirit Box Saturdays, you already understand Ebenezer, and he is a butthole. And I am going to meet him on his own turf tomorrow. I am going straight to his resting place, and I'm going to have a little conversation with him because I am sick of him sending icky energy my way anytime I'm downtown. He's always sending bad energy my direction, and it's like he's just going blah, 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 blah. And I'm sick of it. So I am going to meet him at his place of rest, and I'm going to let him know he can't do this anymore. And I have now obtained the correct battle tools that I will be using. So tomorrow's Saturday Spirit Box is going to be on location. I have my microphone. I have my superhero going with me. We are going to have fun. We're also going to be doing some recorded stuff, and that will be. I am not an editor, so there's going to be bloopers and raw and all kinds, because I don't do all that editing shit. That is not my cup of tea, right? Y'all know I'm gasoline. I just burn the shit down. I don't sit there and edit it. That's not my thing. So y'all are going to be able to laugh, Sue, with some bloopers, with some fun stuff, but we're going to be doing some pre-records too, and we're just going to be talking about the history of how old the cemetery is that we will be tomorrow. So with that being said, again, thank you so much. If you did like a donation or whatever, the birthday uh wish list or whatever, I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning on location, and we will hang out for a little while. I love you guys, and I will see you then. Until next time, guys, I'm sending you blessings and positive vibes. Remember to do all the YouTubey things, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.